Have you ever looked back at a moment in your life and thought, wow, I totally sabotaged myself? Yes, that was me. And if this is you, you've sabotaged something that's going great, then this video is for you. So let me tell you about my story and what I did. I built a multi six-figure business as a floral designer, doing weddings, doing events, creating these gorgeous floral setups and installations with an amazing team for some of the most special moments in people's lives. It was creative, it was exciting, it was fulfilling until one day it wasn't. Not because I stopped loving flowers, not because I wasn't good at it, but because I was the one who shut it down. And for a long time, I beat myself over it. Looking back, I can see it so clearly now. I wasn't just tired or overwhelmed. I was slowly pulling away, doubting myself, second guessing my choices, convincing myself that maybe I wasn't cut out for it. People wouldn't pay so much for flowers because prices were going up. And before I even realized what I was doing, I had completely backed myself into a corner. When the business closed, I told myself, that's it, you have failed. I kept replaying every decision, every what if. I got so stuck in my own head, convinced that I'd ruined everything, that I was a problem. And when you start telling yourself that kind of story, it's hard to see a way out. So I went on a journey to discover what went wrong. And through this journey, I realized that I had gone into an old programmed pattern of a lack where I didn't have enough and there isn't enough in the universe. I consciously learned about increasing my frequency through healing, getting rid of those negative stories that I was holding on to. And here's the thing about healing, it doesn't come all at once. There's no magical aha moment where everything suddenly clicks into place. It started with little things. I had to stop treating myself like my own worst enemy. I had to look at myself with some compassion and ask, am I really a failure? Or am I just a human being figuring things out, just like everyone else on this planet? And as I did that, I started to see something really amazing. Other doors were opening, not in the way I expected, but in ways that pushed me to grow. Because while one part of my life felt like it was falling apart, other areas were actually thriving. I was learning, I was evolving, I was stepping into new spaces I never would have considered if I had stayed stuck in regret. I started seeing growth in my mindset, in the way I approached life, in the way I connected with people, and most importantly, I started creating something new, something even more aligned with who I am today. I started my YouTube journey, documenting my healing process, and this also pushed me to grow as a person. Now, I'm currently doing a challenge using Rhonda Byrne's The Magic, and I've been doing the exercises just as she states in the book. At the time of this massive mindset shift and the time of this recording, I'm on day 10 of the challenge. And I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to the universe and sprinkle that magic dust everywhere, just like Rhonda tells us to do. If you want to start doing this journey, you can do this daily. The link to the first video is up there in the card, and also to do this challenge live, you can join me daily through my WhatsApp community where I'll be doing more videos like this one. So this weekend, something shifted in me, and let me tell you about this shift. I heard a message come to me. Now, it wasn't a loud voice, but it was clear. It was a gentle whisper in my head. And I suddenly had this deep knowing, I'm not a failure. I am just on a journey. I'm finding my way to my purpose. And don't beat yourself up with the things that haven't worked out for you in the past. And you can tell people that it's time for a change and that you are not a failure. And what I did was I realized that what was keeping me from moving forward was the fear of being judged. Because the people around me don't chop and change what they do as a living. they are consistent and they just carry on. And for me, I wasn't carrying on because I'd pulled myself into this hole. I was thinking, what will people say? Because she stopped doing the business that she built up, and this was keeping me stuck. And I wasn't able to tell people with ease, actually, I don't do flowers anymore, because deep down I thought that I would be rejected. And this weekend, I've been able to put a message out there, out to the world, that this has been a wonderful journey. And I thank the people who are a part of it. And it feels like a cloud has been lifted and I have the energy to move on without feeling guilty. It's not like I have everything figured out because I'm on a journey, but that one thought allowed me to release that heavy burden that I'd been carrying for a long time. I had been stuck in the idea that I'd messed everything up, but in that moment, I realized that life is less about getting it right all the time and more about learning, more about evolving. I wasn't starting from scratch, I was on a journey, and that journey would lead me to exactly where I needed to be. And that's when I realized something powerful. Doors closing doesn't mean the end, they mean a redirection. And you know what? I'm not the only one who's been through this. Let's talk about Oprah Winfrey for a second. So today, she's a billionaire, a media mogul, and one of the most influential women in the world. But rewind to the start of her career and you'll find a completely different story. She was an anchor in Baltimore, and guess what? She got fired. They told her she was too emotional for the news, that she got too invested in the stories and she wasn't cut out for it. Now, can you imagine getting fired from your dream job, being told that the very thing that makes you you is a flaw? For a while, Oprah felt lost, just like the way I have. But instead of letting that failure define her, she shifted. She found a new path. She leaned into her ability to connect with people, her deep empathy, her storytelling skills, and that's how she landed a role in daytime talk television. That failure led to her real purpose. And today, the very thing they said would hold her back is exactly what made her so successful. And now this is for you. It's okay to start again. And maybe you need to hear this too. Maybe you've had something fall apart, your job, a relationship, your health, or just your sense of direction. And maybe, like me, you've been sitting there thinking, I've messed up, I've failed. And that's where you are. I need you to hear this. You are not a failure. You are not broken. You are evolving. Life isn't about getting everything perfect the first time. It's about learning. It's about healing and giving yourself the space to move forward. You can start again. And when you do, you'll realize you never really lost anything. You were just making space for something new. Look, when a door closes, it's not the end. It's just a new beginning in disguise. So be kind to yourself, heal, and trust that something beautiful is on its way to you. To hear more about my free and paid healing sessions, join my WhatsApp community. I'll add the link in the comments. And hey, if this resonated with you, drop a comment below. Have you ever felt stuck after something's ended? Let's chat about it. And if you think someone needs to hear this message, then share it with them and be a part of my journey. And don't forget to like and subscribe because my mission is to reach 1 million people worldwide. Thank you so much, beautiful people. And I will see you in the next one. Much love and namaste.